Good morning, sweethearts. How you darlings doing? It's a beautiful day. You feel the change? You feel the magic? Are you embracing it? That's good. Okay, so let's see. I'm getting messages on many things, and I try to assist where I can. For those of you that are experiencing the transition of physical death in your experiences, whether that is through those closest to you or whether that is your animals, it's really helpful to understand that all life, good morning Nando, how you doing, sweetheart? All life on Earth, on this planet, whether it is a human being, whether it is an animal, whether it is a bird, an insect, an elemental, a plant, a tree, the grass. Everything on this planet is being affected, if you will, by these light-encoded filaments that are bathing the planet. How you doing, Stuart, Astro, Marianne? Big hugs and blessings, sweethearts. And so as you go through this very transitional space and time, space in this time continuum, if you will, allow yourselves to grieve, sweet ones, yet also understand that death is seemingly as real as it seems. It is a transcendence. It is a transfer of worlds, and yet all things and all beings are always ever present with you. For those who are experiencing that separation and collapsing of those timelines from yours, with the physical death process, if you will, really allow yourselves to honor this taking place, and to help you go through this grieving period, if you will, because it is a grieving period. It's a loss, and to the human aspect, it is a loss. I really encourage you, sweet ones, to really allow yourself to go into a space of stillness and silence and communicate with those that have transcended. Now, when I say that, it's really helpful to understand that the death process, if you will, in the physical, why, as soon as they pass, why you are not even home, let's say, from the funeral, if you will, or the ceremony or celebration of life, however you label it, they're already waiting back at your residence for you, if you will. Even though their physical vessels have transcended, have laid down, their spirit is always with you. It is only the spacesuit, the physical vessel, that is laid down and frees the soul to return to its spirit. And that spirit is always with you. So when you can allow yourselves to grieve through this process, if you will, if you can allow yourself to go into a space of really just being present in that quiet stillness, you will discover that you can feel them, that you can hear them, and depending on the frequency you maintain within you, there are many of you that can also see them still. Now, I've had many messages in the past 24 hours of many of you going through the seemingly death in the physical with many of your loved ones and animals. And, sweet ones, as painful as it is to the human aspect of us, they have allowed their soul to be free. Now, it's also really helpful to understand that, yes, many of you are aware that the timelines are merging, collapsing, converging, and that we are in a process of great change and transformation. With that, and many of us, including myself, has stated it many times in the past, especially in the past few weeks. Out of the 7.8 billion souls on this planet right now, less than 1 billion of them will awaken and ascend. That leaves 6.8 billion, and most of those are children. That leaves 6.8 billion souls, sweethearts, that have chosen for the highest good of their soul's evolution, if you will, to not awaken and ascend. And it is those who are awakening and ascending that are leaving behind the karmic wheel of reincarnation. And it is those souls who have chosen not to awaken and ascend this go around, if you will. It happens every 26,200 years. Mm-hmm. And it is those souls who have chosen not to awaken and ascend that will go through the physical death process, because they are still in a space of evolving their soul for their highest good, for their highest experiences, so they can evolve further and higher into all that they are, which is love. As this takes place, sweet ones, in your grieving processes, honor their choices. Yes, to the physical aspect, it is not easy. And yet, it is something that they chose, and we have to honor that. We have to honor it in the physical, and we have to honor it in the spiritual. And along with that comes what is being presented is to release the emotional attachments. Now, there are many out there that mock that in the spiritual community. And that's okay. So be it. They mock that this is a holographic illusion. They mock that it's necessary to not detach from the emotions. Now, sweet ones, there's a great difference between emotions that come from the ego mind programming that humanity has been enslaved in, and the emotions that come with the feeling through the heart. And we can promote anything we want. But when it comes down to the absolute of spirit, this physical plane is a holographic illusion of the emotions that you hold within your heart. Now, if you have any kind of walls up, you have any kind of chains around your heart, then the holographic illusion of the physical reality that you perceive through your physical eyes will reflect that. Your emotions dictate your future in every given breath and in every given moment. And that is where it is necessary to detach your emotions, because humanity has been enslaved, and what is being presented and what is arising, and the emotions and the feelings of those emotions that are coming up and presenting themselves in this physical plane, if you will, are from the enslaved ego mind programming of survival. And yes, you do have to detach your emotions to that. Because you see, sweet ones, the emotions that are coming up and being presented are of old memories. And that is why it is necessary to understand that this is a holographic illusion, and that your emotions are dictating it and creating it. And again, we have shown you how by detaching the emotions, your emotions of the adult you, of your physical vessel right now, by detaching the emotions, you are able to observe that which needs transcended and transformed to bring you back to wholeness. It is not detaching the emotions through an open heart that you need to detach from. It's those emotions that you are transcending to. It is, however, necessary to detach the emotions of what is being presented, because when you attach new emotions to it, you are recreating it to continue to present itself in the physical plane, which is a holographic illusion of those emotions, which makes it untrue. With the transition, with the death process, if you will, and with that comes allowing yourselves to grieve for those who are transcending, to honor that process of grieving, and yet not attach new emotions to it, new hurt to it, new pain to this transition. And that is really what this is presenting to you. It is the humanness that you are transcending. And when I say that, the humanness comes from the enslavement program of survival. And